What can I read?
Luke 23. It's a long chapter.
It's very long.
Pull up a chair.
Okay.
It's a long chapter.
Very long. Okay, let's go. Then the whole multitude of them arose and led him unto Pilate. Is that Pilate right there? What's that? Pilate. And they began to accuse him, saying, "We found this fellow perverting the nation and forbidding to give tribute to Caesar, saying that he himself is Christ King." And Pilate asked him, saying, "Art thou the King of the Jews?" And he answered him and said, "Thou sayest it." Then said Pilate to the chief priests, and to the people, "I find no fault in this man." And they were the more people teaching throughout all Jewry. What does that mean?
That means throughout all the people who are Jews.
Oh, like my friend, he's Jewish.
Yeah.
Kind of.
So they were telling Pilate that he was basically preaching to all the Jews and stirring them up against him, which was a lie.
Oh, I'm getting hot. Okay. Then said Pilate to the chief. Okay, I already did. I was right there. Be teaching to or Jews beginning from Galilee to this place. When Pilate heard of Galilee, he asked whether the man were a
Galilean, yes.
And as soon as he knew that he belonged unto Herod's jurisdiction.
It's a mouthful.
He sent him to Herod, who himself also was at Jerusalem. Wait, is there another page of this? This one? No? But
keep going.
He sent him to Herod, who himself was at Jerusalem.
Yes.
At that time. And when Herod saw Jesus, he was exceeding glad, for he was desirous to see him of long. Many sayings of him, and he hoped to have seen some miracle done by him. In many words, but he answered him nothing. And the chief priests and scribes stood and vehemently accused him. And Herod, with his men
of war,
set him
at naught
and mocked him, and arrayed him in gorgeous robe, and sent him again to Pilate. And what does that mean? Is that just there?
What? That's just a little Old English marker to emphasize the importance of the verse.
Oh. In the same day, Pilate and Herod made friends together.
So the reason that verse is particularly important was Herod was the Jewish ruler of that particular area, and Pilate had been appointed by the Romans, who were over the Jews. They had captured Israel at that time, but they had not been friendly to each other, but this particular event brought them together.
Before they were at enmity between themselves, and And Pilate, when he had called together the chief priests and the rulers and the people, said unto them, We have brought this man unto me as one that perverteth the people. And behold, I, having examined him, before you have found no fault in this man touching those things whereof ye accuse him, no, nor yet Herod, for I sent you to him, and lo, nothing worthy of death is done unto him. I will therefore chastise him and release him, for of necessity he released one unto them at the feast. And they cried out all, saying unto us, Barabbas.
Away with this man, and release unto us Barabbas, who was a murderer. He was an anarchist.
Who for a certain sedition was made in the city, and for murderer was cast